It'll be close. Alrighty, folks. This is going to be a 90-lap race at Richmond in the A car. That's the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series car. I'm starting P6 in the number 3. Not a super high strength of field, but we do have a deep field here. I think we got 25 cars, maybe more than that. Now we're up to it's a 28 car field, so that's a nice big field. Should be a fun race. Starting P6 on the outside of row 3. Given that I got a number 3 on my door, I'm really expecting myself to get a top 5 finish and try to contend for the win in this thing. Aly Osman and Kaden Honeycutt are going to be stiff in competition for that win, but I'm going to try to get up there and fight with them and see what we can do. Got 1 lap to green right now, settling in. Fuel shouldn't be an issue. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off because I'm going to be able to make it through on the... Yeah, JD Smoke, what you got to do is you got to download the PSP file, the Photoshop file, and then upload that in any paint software, and you can do whatever you want. Then upload it to Trading Paints. And then you need a Trading Paints app. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Green flag.
Book is now leading P5.
16 car did not get away on that start very well.
Still there.
I lost a spot to the 10. So that ended up balancing out, and I'm running P6 at the end of lap 1. Already a battle for the lead as Aly Osman looking to the inside of Kaden Honeycutt. But the top 6 are pretty well spread here. Everyone's kind of single file and just, oh my goodness. Oh no.
Are you like?
Oh, that's awful.
Kidding? Like, why would you pull up on the racetrack?
That's terrible. That just took out
Good job.
all of the top 5 cars, I think.
You are actually not even kidding retarded. Like, I don't even understand why would you do that. You
That's
knew cars
terrible.
were coming. Why would you try to come back up the track?
I don't understand why there wasn't a caution for that earlier, but that's bad. Britafilo, what up, man? Welcome. So let's see. I'm going to be staying out, but I think that all these top 5 guys are going to have to pit. Because they all got a ton of damage. I don't understand what happened there. That
be lining up behind and 1.
That really stinks.
That is actually retarded. Like, that's uncalled for.
Hayden's staying out, so...
P2.
Let's see. Kaden, how much damage did you get in that? Did you get any of that? Trying to check.
I'm sorry, John. Who are you talking to?
I was just asking you how bad your damage was. It looks like you got a little bit on the right front there.
Russell is leading the race.
What I mean,
Russell was not
I better
leading the race.
I got a 0x though. I mean, I got a 0x. I mean, it was a little hard hit, but it was a 0x. 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. I really don't understand why there wasn't a caution for that. There were cars still stopped in turn 4. That's a bad deal.
Yeah, that really. I just don't know.
Yeah, we had a bunch.
Oh,
We just had a bunch of lap cars mess things up. I managed to slow up and get through
I
it.
mean, I saw them. I was going high, and then I even going even higher just because they were pushing the throttle.
A couple rounds at 21.
Walker behind is now 0.7.
So
never.
that took out basically the entire top 5. First through 5th all got damage.
I was on the outside.
I was in 6th place, and I was the first one that got through with that damage.
Right front missing. I mean.
Yeah. Looks like you'll be lining up behind at 1.
It's not missing. It's not missing. It looks bent. you should be fine. I mean, if you were at Auto Club or something like that, a big aero track, you'd be in trouble. But at Richmond, you should be okay.
Where you at, brother?
Okay, this next pit stop, probably just take some optional. We'll have to see how bad it is.
Kaden, all it pretty much is a normal when you bounce it off somebody, it pushes it in. 26, you're blanking, man.
2 to green.
I didn't bounce off anybody, I just...
Don't worry, gasometers, we're definitely going to review that one at the end of this race for sure.
Off the wall, but the whole right front came off. The wall
The gap
came
ahead
off
is
the
now
ground.
0.5.
Show me that, just whatever.
Looks like for damage, it literally just looks like it.
I'll be alright, we'll just see how it goes. Better not destroy the right front early, that's what I've been doing the last couple races. I've had 72%.
One to go.
You've just done a 52.4.
Yeah, I want to beat you, Kaden, but not like that.
Yeah, my last couple races I've had 72 for right front for a long run speed, and I was wondering why I kept getting second.
Aly's confidence in Kaden's speed there. I mean, at Richmond, it really is, you know, having, at all tracks, having that inside line so that you get control of the restart is a big deal. We're going to lose second potentially on this restart here.
P3.
Maybe not.
Carlo.
Kind of drove it a little bit too hard into one there.
Hold your line. Clear low. Carlo. Clear low.
There's another caution.
Pit road is closed.
I was in second
All right, buddy. Line up
when the yellow came out, so I'm going to be on the outside again. I would have
Over the track, like
maybe preferred to be in third there.
Thought this was going to be clean. Guess not.
A lot of early yellows in this one, so good
How
bit
many
of high
cars are in
pacing.
here? 28?
Reckless Four Bones, man, how's it going? Welcome, welcome to
Yeah.
the stream.
Most of
If I
my
missed
races I've had
missed
17.
any new follower notifications, I'm sorry, but if you guys are new viewers, if you don't follow, please consider dropping me a follow. There's also going to be a link that scrolls
The leader
through,
is
so
just on 21.3. Okay, John.
that'll give you my YouTube channel as well.
0.3, P2.
Yeah, I know, Mike.
I
It's
think
the
that
old
was the
thing. We're
favorite
always starting on the
stop.
outside. Pretty happy getting to restart P2 though. I need to be a little bit smoother getting it going on the restart than I was there.
Outside.
So, and we're going to be, what, lap 14 and have done maybe 4 or 5 laps under green out of the first 15 here. Pretty rocky start, typical short track stuff. Sorry if that
Is a
messed
car
with the
leaving
mic.
the pits?
So we know that, you know, times fall off close to a half second after 10 laps. So if we get another quick caution, probably not going to pit, but it might be time to start considering doing something, getting some tires. Just coasting right now. Get another swig of water. Going all right. Caden's going on pace car. That's good to know.
825. Can you see my front end? How bad is it?
Pit road is closed.
That was 51.6.
Appreciate that.
Looks fine, totally looks fine on my mirror.
That'll at least give me a better shot at getting away and holding the second spot
Thank
over
you.
the 16.
It's kind of tough on the mirror though, yeah.
Yeah, it's water and a Glenlivet Brain
sorry?
Founders Reserve battle.
It's hard to tell by the mirror. Looks like you got
Telly, how's it going, man?
the rough side damage.
Welcome.
At the front. and
Good
itself,
seeing you
it's,
again.
I see the wheel.
I was watching your stream earlier today, I think. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I ran into that guy on the first caution in 5th place. I was just wondering how bad it
Caden,
was.
don't squeeze
The
me,
gap in
man.
front is now
We're thinking
0.1.
about this restart a little bit. We will be on the outside.
Go. How many cars we got on the lead lap now? We lost a few of them. We lost some of the good ones too, I think. Alrighty.
How's the temps look there under caution? Behind at 1.
Alrighty. Here we go. Caden said he's going to go on pace car, and there he goes.
Green flag.
So I got a good start.
Road will be
Second
open.
place.
P2.
And overdrove 1 again. Got to stop doing that. That gave up a lot of time. Just to settle into a rhythm here, running
That
second.
lap was at 21.6.
Picking up decent. 21.6 was the last lap. That's not very quick. Not bad for a restart, I guess, since you're not going full speed at the first part of the lap.
The guy behind has just done a 21.7.
Caden a little bit high through 1 and 2 that time. Ran a 21.286. That's more like it. Looks like Caden's pushing the right front a little bit into the corners. So
The guy
I'm
behind has just done
starting
a
to reel him in a little bit.
That last lap was at 21.4.
Now I'm overdriving turn 1 again. Dang it. At least I hooked it up off. Let's see if we can actually get a little bit of a long run here.
P2, that was at 21.7.
Looking turn 3 or turn 2. 16 was faster than me in qualifying, but I think I can beat him on the long run. Just a question of if I can get in front of Caden and control the restarts. That's going to be the key to this one. Might have to beat him out of the... Might have to find a way to beat him on pit road. Or get some kind of strategy play. Or just run a little bit faster than him on the long run. Patience, discipline. Tracking him down.
You've just done a 21.7.
21.7, so
The
not
captain, Walker, behind
running
is
my
now
time
1.5.
trial times at all. I should still be down in the 21.5s.
P2, that lap was at 21.7.
21.7 again. It's holding right at 9/10 in front of me right now. Not really gaining or losing, just kind of running easy.
That last lap was at 21.7.
Good consistent laps, that's what we're trying to accomplish right now.
faster than me.
That's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap in front is now 0.8.
All right.
Problem.
Tires definitely heated up now a little bit. I can definitely feel the difference going into the corners. I'm wanting to slide up it a little bit more, but I'm also getting a little bit more consistent grip.
The gap to
That makes
Walker
sense.
behind is now 0.8. P2.
Crew chief just does not know what to do with Kaden's name. He's just picking random stuff. Calling him Walker, calling him Russell.
That was 22.0.
22.0. So the lap times are definitely falling off. I'm going to need some tires when the next caution comes out for sure.
Second time, 21. Second time.
You've just done a 22.0.
Trying a little bit higher entry into one. To roll through. That didn't work. A little bit better through 3 and 4. Just kind of maintaining pace with Kaden.
The gap to Walker behind is now 1.0 seconds.
Man, my tires are really falling off faster than his. He's definitely doing a better job of taking care of the tires than I am.
P2, you've just done a 22.1.
Trying to get it slowed down a little bit better. That runoff of 2 that I want.
Sorry, 21, almost ran over the guy in front of me.
Lap traffic, some of the guys that were caught up in that first wreck. Whoa. 25, you're blinking all over the place, man.
25?
Sorry, 26.
Same for me, John.
That lap was a 22.4.
I think he just went into the pits.
Wrecking on the front stretch.
Uh-oh.
Against the wall.
Backstretch, one inside backstretch.
Caution,
There's the
caution.
caution. All right.
You look here, stop for me right there.
It's going to be interesting to see what the tires are like. Don't need to tear off, that's for sure.
2.5.
Get all 4 tires and get a chance to check what the wear's like.
Behind the pace car. You're going to be lining up behind it 1. Pit road will be open.
That worked out okay.
All right, John, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 0.7. Activate limiter. The leader is pitting now.
Try to close up as close as I can on Kaden here.
That's interesting. One stop right in the middle of the grass.
P2.
There's my pit board. All right, boys, let's do this. 4 tires, no fuel. Get back out there. Looks like the 16 had to make a readjustment in the pit stall, so he shouldn't be a threat.
So mine wasn't as bad as yours, Aly.
That's it, go!
All clear. Push now.
All right.
They could be lining up behind it 1.
So wasn't able to get the lead that time.
I'll take a 13 flat.
The leader's pitting now.
Well, driver of car 1, I think, is either 14 or 15 years old.
I don't know why, but
Okay, John,
sometimes
as
when
the
I
car
feel
exits in the
when it
pits,
says off sequence, it feels like it's a better
P3.
off sequence it feels worse, but it's not.
Go. Let's see.
I heard one guy changing the right
95,
front, and
96.
then he already changed it by the time the right rear guy pulled the right rear off.
Tire wear wasn't too bad.
Going faster.
All
That's
good
when I
gas
don't
meters
screw
made.
up the stops. I think I do better.
Alrighty. 35 laps
Car
complete.
rejoining.
I'd be pissed if I was the one car too, honestly. I mean,
John, is that wine I see
Gelinas is
drinking
gaining
in,
on
that,
you. The
in
gap's
your
now
Twitch?
0.4 P2.
'Cause I'm watching on my phone. It looks like you just drank wine.
nah, man.
Say, one of the hardest things to get used to for me so far has been VR. This is hard to get used to.
I would love to have VR.
Nah, Kaden, it.
Fun, but it's so hard. If you take
not
off,
wine,
like
it's water.
if you try to go as realistic as possible, just real mirrors, it gets hard.
Yeah, Kaden. They're still
Do you
talking.
race in real life?
I have a little. Not much though.
Yeah, Kaden, it's water, not wine. I drink water out of a empty Glenlivet bottle.
Oh.
P1 to go.
What do you mean?
That last lap was a
He
52.1.
means like it's
Unfortunately, you're
too
gonna be on the
bright or something
outside.
that makes your eyes worse, like makes your vision worse.
No, the hardest
Yeah, the
thing.
thing
like
with
I said,
VR,
is
it's kind
you
of
gotta
different for
get
each
you to
person.
Turn your head more often, a little like you. Just getting.
Alright, here we
now
go.
You're like, I'm so used to like the
One to
spotter,
green.
and
I'm gonna
sometimes you won't say anything.
Expect him to
Wait,
go on
pretty
pace
much.
car again.
What about if he got glass?
Hopefully,
Like that.
I need to do a better
Tires
job of
laid off,
keeping
but
him
get ourselves
more
in the target.
consistent. I
Line
was
up behind at
The
one.
gap in front is
Bumping
now
people.
keeping with him at the beginning, not pace car. Okay.
Green flag.
The 9 got a good jump on me that time.
Outside, outside.
P3.
Yeah, the fuck.
2's looking to the inside as well. May have to fight with them
Still there.
coming off the corner. I lost it.
He's still there.
Couple
There
spots.
If you need it.
Got down in front of the 4, holding 4th place now.
P4. You've just done a 21.9.
Whoa! Everyone's car is stepping out, coming off of 2 there. That little contact between the 9 and the 2. The 2's
The guy ahead has just
got to
done
run
a
down to the
21.5.
inside.
Inside.
Whoa!
Hold your line. He's still there.
4 car really wants to
Still
go
there.
right now.
Hold your line. He's still there. Still there. The guy behind has just done a 21.5. Still there. Inside. Hold your line.
Good close racing with the 4 here,
Car inside.
trying to hold him off.
He's still there. The gap to Gelinas.
Holding these-
It's now
Holding this
1.0.
track position is key if I want to have a shot at trying to get back up there and
Still there.
contend for the win at some point.
P5. Still there. Clear inside.
Quarter
Car
inside.
inside.
Although I might want to let him go
Clear inside.
Clear.
and get that inside line on the next restart.
Car
Inside.
down low.
Now the 6
there.
wants to go by too.
Hold your line.
I really want to get down to the
Still
inside
there.
line.
That last lap was a 22.1.
Getting taken
Still
advantage
there.
of right now here.
Hold your line. Hold your line. He's still there. Still there. Car inside. Clear inside.
Okay. I'm going to have to work on getting back by him.
6th place. That was a 22.1.
This sequence has not been good for me. I don't know if taking the weight out by not putting fuel in did something to the handling that I don't like. These guys have just been little bit better than me on this restart here. I think I took care of the tires okay though, so I should be able to get them back on the long run if they've been abusing them.
All right, John, you're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
Well, we knew fuel wasn't going to be an issue. Just did not get going on that restart the way that I needed to. Got to run on the 6. Talking too much right now, focusing on trying to get that 5th spot back. I really want it as soon as possible so that I can hopefully have an inside starting position if we get a caution. Of course, it's also going to be contingent on what happens in the pits, because we've run enough laps that we'll be pitting if the yellow comes out again. Still got a long way to go in with this one. Closing in tight on the 6 here. Front 4 have kind of pulled away a little bit. It's not a bad outing considering this is my first Richmond race in the A car of the week. Some of these guys probably have 2 or 3 under their belts already. That was a pretty good exit off too. Able to hold right with the 6 that time. Away from me a little bit on the front straight. Go down into turn 1. 16 sticking right with us too. Just kind of working him over.
P6.
The 16 forgot that you really need to be gentle on the throttle coming off a 4 on this track.
Keep him coming.
The quirk of that front straightaway is that you've still got wheel in it when you're applying the throttle, so you need to be a little bit more careful about how you put the throttle back on than you would normally, because you do have the wheels turned a little bit. Alright, let's try a little bit higher line through 1 and 2 to see if we can get a better run off 2. Same the 3 and 4. Just see if there's an opportunity to possibly put a move on the 6.
That was 22.2.
Can start playing with my line a little bit now that I got a little bit of a gap to the car behind me. I think I'm running a little bit faster than the 6, all things being equal, so there's an opportunity. We're going to take it.
Brian behind us now, 0.8. He's still there. He's still there.
Slid up a little bit on corner entry there.
Still there.
Forced the 6 to run a little bit wide.
Last lap was at 22.3. Clear high.
Clear high.
And we've got him going into the corner. All right. Now let's see if we can drive away. P5. Try to start running down the guy in 4th. Yeah, this is what I thought. If I could get by him, I figured I'd be able to get gone. Kaden seems to be running away with this thing in 1st. Some of the guys who got damaged in that early wreck have recovered nicely.
That lap was at 22.2.
I'm not surprised that Bobby Gelinas is up there too. I've raced with him a few times. He's a pretty good short track racer. So 2.3 seconds up to the next position. That's what we're looking at right now.
0.7. That last lap was at 22.2.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh. Got more short track tempers. Someone's not happy.
Carlos, come on, man. The funny thing is, I let you go by me. Figured you
Trying to
You've just done a 22.2.
reel in this 4-car.
You're laughing.
Looks like I'm a little bit quicker than him and Bobby, or and Baily. So
Does that mean I stay behind you?
let's see.
P5. That last lap was at 22.2.
And 11 was one of the ones who really got it bad in that wreck. Let's see, we're putting a lap on right now. That's a shame because he started really well at Brad Keselowski's scheme, but Lady Luck was not on his side tonight.
That was at 22.2.
Currently seem to be faster than both of the cars that are
is now 1.6
in
seconds.
front of me right now. If they get to racing each other, that'll be even better for me.
You've just done a 22.3.
Taking care of those tires. Ooh. A little bit loose off of the corner there. Caught it. That was a scary little moment though.
That lap was at 22.5.
The 4 is catching the 9. So if those two get to racing each other, that'll be very good for me.
Clear high. P5.
I'm faster than the 9 as well. Don't know if I'm ultimately faster than the 4. I was earlier, but he seems to have found a little something better now. That or I've lost something.
Brian is reeling you in. The gap's now 1.3.
Okay, I don't need to be thinking about the guy behind me. Yep, I'm looking at my windshield. Need to stop missing my marks into corner 1, that's for sure. Little slips like that are really costing me time. 4's caught the 9, so he's hunting for a way around him. It's going to work out well for me if they have to start altering their lines to race each other. Another lap car in the way. He yields, as he should. So they will put another lap car between me and them.
You've just done a 22.4. Good consistency. Keep it coming.
All right.
I'm so sorry, Kevin.
Sorry, man. We're just going on at it.
You're fine?
Okay. Looking off some laps here. It's going to be 30 to go pretty soon.
P5. That last lap was at 22.4.
This is what can happen at Richmond. You get good, clean running room. You can click off some laps and have a fairly safe race,
No problem.
which is nice. It's nice to get some good green flag laps. Putting this thing in the books pretty quick.
22.4.
Starting to close back in on the 4 car. It's 2.2 seconds to him, 2.6 to the 9.
The gap to Brian behind is now
Just need to run
1.0.
consistent laps. Didn't want to hear that though, that the guy behind me is still gaining.
That lap was at 22.4.
This 13 car better get out of my way quick.
Outside. Car outside. Hold your line.
There
Clear.
we go. Made it by him and didn't lose any time to the guys in front of me. That's pretty
That
good.
last lap was at 22.5.
Starting to see that guy behind me Getting bigger in my mirror.
Thank you.
Don't need to think about that. Just got to focus on these two in front. 2.1 and 2.5 seconds ahead.
That was 22.5.
Good consistent lap times. Force really putting the screws to that 9 car. He overdrove 3 there trying to get in there. Right on his bumper. And they both lost a little time there.
The guy in front of me decided to turn down into me.
The gap to Brian behind is now 0.7.
Sorry,
Whoa, look at that gaggle of cars up there. That's a mess. 2.3 and 1.9 now. 4 might be a little bit quicker than me with clean track, but he's having to contend with this 9, and I think that that's slowing him down a little bit.
21. Sorry, I didn't mean to run into you like that. I was trying to get in there. I'm just glad I didn't turn you.
That lap was
Everyone's driving hard, trying to dig and get whatever they can. I've definitely closed in on these two, though. Gained about a half second on them over the last several laps. Now the 4 cars staying in my windshield even when I'm in the corner.
P5, you've just done a 22.6.
This is a
The gap to Brian
big
behind
mess
is
of
now
cars in front of us.
0.6.
And they are racing hard, too. 14 has run me down as
That
well.
last lap was at 22.5.
And I slipped again in turn 1. That's bringing him right to my bumper. Got a better exit though. I wonder if it's time to start looking at the high line as a possibility here.
You've just done a 22.6.
Talking to me?
Go inside.
Car low.
Oh boy.
Hold your line. Clear inside. Clear. Car low. Clear low.
Clear.
Well, he's been faster than me on this run, so
That was a 23.0.
nothing I could do about that, I guess. Dang it. Oh, and he lost it. He gets into the top 5 and then spins immediately. All right, here we go.
Okay, John, the next car is Mauricio.
No fuel. I would actually like to get a windshield tear off this time. And hopefully we go in 5th and out 5th.
To Mauricio ahead is increasing. It's now 3.5 seconds.
It's going to be a quick little shootout here. I'm almost tempted to try taking 2 tires.
Stewart is reading
But I don't think that's a good idea.
Check it out.
That was a serious mess ahead.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 25.
Osman is now in the lead.
It's too bad for the 14.
Pit road is
Sorry about all that there, Scott. I didn't mean to run into
Your lap times are increasing. Come on, get back on it.
Somebody probably will stay out and try to
Still racing.
snake a win here.
The lead car's pitting. Mauricio ahead is pitting.
I'm right there with you, man.
Engage the limiter.
I ain't staying out, that's for sure. I'm getting 4 tires, nothing fancy. I think I got a top 5
P7.
if I can just do this pretty well with no mistakes here.
Davenport is leading the race.
No, he's not. Alrighty. 4 tires, no fuel, get that tear off.
That's it, go!
Looks like the 10 car decided to go 2 tires.
We're lined up here. You're going to be lining up
22,
behind the 4.
16, and 12 are about to be destroyed if they don't put theirs.
The leader, Davenport, is pitting.
This could be a
Walker is now
massive
in.
mess here. 28's pitting. Let's see
I was
where.
curious to see how many people would test
Okay,
two
John,
tires.
there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
16 has completely stayed out.
8th place.
So 8th,
Well, it's gonna be interesting.
9th or 8th?
Yes, sir.
I think 8th. So all that, and I am going to be stuck on the outside of
I've
this
got
restart.
the 4 that's been fast, chasing me the whole race. Then we got the 10. I don't know if the 10 did 2, and then there's us 3 that did 4.
I did too.
That's
Be
great. So the
careful.
10's going to be in
It's
front of me.
really, really hard. It's really, really loose off the corner with 2. One of the left sides are old.
I honestly, I debated it to try to get in front of you and maybe hope for a caution, but I was thinking, I was like, if we go green, I'm so screwed. It's going to be so loose.
You know, I
right.
did that last time. I did that last
That lap
night,
was
actually. I
P7.
actually got wrecked by a lap car while I was leading.
That actually works out okay.
And I
I'm
had
okay
to
with
take
that.
2 because I was in 6. So I
Got
took
one with
2,
no tires
started me
and one with
outside.
2.
I mean, I started
And I'm getting the
first,
right lane
and the caution
for the
immediately
restart.
came out before we even got back to the
The
line.
only problem is that I'm on the guy who's on no
Trust me, I
tires
feel
and the
your
guy who's
pain when
on
I
2
ran you
tires are
outside
both in my
earlier
lane.
This year, the day one, that was a nightmare. I could have won at least 4 of those. I got door slammed by a lap car when I was passing him on the outside, which pissed me off. I got
Restart's gonna
spun
be
by the
with,
guy that was in second 'cause he wanted
4
it too
laps to
bad
go,
with 2 to
so
go.
the next flag will end it. I need to
All
get 2
times I'm running
spots
up on
real
the
quick to get
outside.
the
I've
top
given them
5.
bottom and they just wrecked.
I should be able to get both those spots just by getting the 10 and the 16.
Yeah, I should have had, to be honest. I'm not trying to
Gap
show.
2. Solomon
But
behind.
I should have at least had
5.
10
That lap was at
yesterday this year.
51.4.
Open
Walker
4-6.
is now in the lead.
Just so much
There we
bad
go.
luck.
Okay, John, the next car
And a
is
Chevy,
Solomon.
so I transferred to Toyota, having a
Man,
lot more.
crew chief
better
just
time.
does not
For some
know
reason,
any
I
of
don't know
these
why.
names.
I'm going to the new Chevy next year.
Here we go.
I'll do it.
Make sure you got your
Something
switches
fast.
I don't know what's going to happen on this restart.
Baily.
It's probably going to be on pace car. Nope. 16's going now.
Walker is now in the lead.
We're away clean.
Push. Get this guy.
Outside.
The car ahead is Stewart. Still there. Still there.
Didn't make contact with him really.
Car outside.
Down into 3. The 16's in big trouble.
Still there.
You're outside. Outside.
Still there.
10's held me off for
You're
now.
outside. 6th place. That was 22.0.
Oh no!
Race over.
Clear.
Dang it!
Clear head. Zero's close.
Caution came out and that killed my opportunity to get a top 5. No!
Thank you. Good.
Nice win, Kaden. Josh, you're saved by the yellow there,
Like
man.
you'd be lining up behind the 10.
What is it, man?
I said that yellow saved you. I was going to get you for 5th there.
I don't know. I had some grip, man. I had a lot.
Guarantee I was going to get you off too. Oh well, nice race.
Hey, kid.
Pit road
What
is
are you looking
open.
for? 18. Didn't split up on me a little bit. Sorry, 12.
The gap to Solomon behind is now.
It's funny, the
0.8.
top 4 that ran that
Dang
long
it.
are
Yeah, I
all
know, Meg.
together. They
Man,
finished right together.
I'm right there with you. I'm trying to. I haven't gotten top 5 all week.
Yeah, it's bad on pit road.
Oh, looks like
Took me out.
White
It's
flag.
bad.
Okay, John, you're reeling.
Right, get
Stewart
back up
in.
there.
The gap's now 0.5. One more to go.
Yeah, y'all who were caught in that first wreck who caught back up did a really nice job doing that.
Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind
Surprised I was able to
21.
stay with the 16 on the start.
16 fell way back. He ended up 8th. So
Yeah, I had a lot more grip
looks like
than
this
I
thing's
thought I
going to
would
end,
with only 2 tires.
and looks like we're going to have just enough time to go get another Darlington race in.
I think the big cars are more fun here.
6th place. Okay, it's over.
Whew.
Checker flag, my man.
Start 10th, finish 2nd, I'll take
My
it.
man. It's a good fight all
So
day.
let's pull it back around to the pits. Ended up with a 0x. That was pretty good. No contact all race as far as, I don't think. So I'm happy about that. That'll be real kind to my safety rating. Let's see, 41. I'm not going to pull in my actual stall. Here we go real quick. Let's see. I wanted to see just the big one that caught everyone out. What happened with that? I was wrong on the 11, by the way. That's an Amazon car. So here's the 24 and the 25. It's the 25 that gets wrecked initially, or the 26, sorry, I've been calling that wrong all night. Gets turned by the 17. He spins around. Why is the caution not out right there? That's what I don't understand. This should have been a caution for sure. Oh, and then here's, yeah, the 24 is 100% in the wrong here, because he backs up right in front of the leaders. So that's a real shame, because that's, you know, that's on iRacing for not getting the caution out when it should have. But what the 24 does here is absolutely wrong. That just ain't right. Pulls up right in front and ruins a bunch of folks' races. So that's a shame. Alright, save that. We're going to go hit Darlington. So if any of you guys have the D car and Darlington, y'all can go ahead and hop in with me. Real quick look at the results here. 6th place, 92 points, so not a ton of championship points there. Did gain 19 I rating and 0.38 safety rating. I knew that was going to be good for the SR. Yep, so go back to the National Series, and we're going to do one more here at Darlington.